So I'm cold calling. One thing that has been effective for a couple of reasons, and we've talked about it before, but I think some people maybe overthink this step. So, and that is like inserting like your personalization or your relevance before you kind of go into your cold call. Something I'm working on with a lot of folks in Outbound Squad on. And in general, we don't start here. So if you're brand new to cold calls, just get down your opener and get smooth. Learn how to use permission-based opener and flow through your talk track before you worry about this. But next step is you're researching these companies because you're going to write them an email. Some of you might send an email first. Some of you might send an email second. But we're collecting information as to why we're going after these people and how we might personalize their outreach. And then a lot of people never use that on the phone. But if you are getting resistance on your cold calls, one of the easiest things you can do to like get past the first 30 seconds is drop in why you're calling. Mm-hmm. Like, why this makes sense. Why did you think this would be relevant? What trigger did you notice? For an example here, if I was cold calling and looking at triggers that I look at and things that I'm looking at, if I was going to write this person an email, I would probably call out things like noticing that they have 6 AEs that are all within 6 months starting the role. And maybe they're hiring some more. Maybe the SDR headcount went down too in conjunction to that. That is one perfect recipe for me that I can tell you almost exactly what's happening in that business on the sales side anyway, and what that might mean to the rest of the company. So all that sounds like Jason is my prospect here. Hey, Jason, Ethan, how you been? Good, awesome. Hey, Jason, I know you weren't expecting my call. You mind if I just take just a minute here? No, sure. What you got? Awesome. Hey, Jason. Well, I noticed that all of your AEs on your team are within 6 months of starting the role. It looks like you're hiring a few more. And then I also saw that it looks like you guys are kind of decreasing the SDR headcount. I'm not sure if this is exactly what's going on for you, but when I see that in other organizations, usually they're kind of focused on one of a couple things. And then I'll go into my priority drop. And so now I've framed my priority drop, my message, value points I'm trying to have a conversation around something very highly specific that's happening in that business. And what you will find is people are just going to open up more and they're willing to have more of a conversation because they like understand that. You're really, it's the fundamental thing that you and I talk about a lot, Jason, and making implicit explicit. And like, yep. Yes, here's some broad priorities. Of course, I'm thinking about those things. Ethan, like, what does this have to do with anything? When you answer that question right out of the gate, when you do this. And it's just such a low-hanging fruit. If you're not personalizing your email, start doing that. But if you are, you already have this information ready to go. And this goes back to our productivity thing of like batching out tasks and being concise. So like, hopefully you've done your research on these accounts before you're going to call, because you're going to send an email later. So we have that organized. So all you have to do is use that same information that you're planning on personalizing your email with to open your cold call. And you can watch yourself start having a lot more smooth conversations.